Right, I was talking to you and hadn't pressed the go live button. But hey, William, welcome to the chat. I'm Baron Grod. Let me just have a look what you guys have said since I was in here. Carol had made some food. She didn't know that I'd got this live video, so I've just been eating as fast as I could. I'm amazed I haven't got any food in my teeth, but now we're ready. Right, let's have a look what people have said. Hi, and hi. And are you there? Yes, I am. Hello again. Just scrolling through the chat. Right, we are done. Right, I need to share my entire screen because I'm going to do what I normally do, where I take all the stuff from the spreadsheet and put it into this. It says here we've got there we go. It's actually caught up. It did say no people in the stream, but now it's just suddenly jumped up to 7. So all you guys in the chat have suddenly appeared. Coffee. Right then. Hello Ahmed, hello Noah, hello Luke, hello Ashton, hello Baron Grod, and hello Will, and Dogcien as well if you're still here. There you are. Hello Dogcien. Right, greetings and salutations. Right then, we're going to go and do some of the spreadsheet first, but I'm not giving away 1 copy of this game, okay? I'm giving away 3 copies of this game, and one of the copies is going to go to the person who is picked up random from the comment picker. So just like normal, okay? The other 2 copies are going to people that are in this chat. So at the moment, there are 10 people in the chat. Hello, Travis. Hello, Dale. So 2 of you people, hang on a minute. Yeah, 2 of the people out the chat are definitely going to be, he's not here. He's at school. Right, yeah, let's just put this one on. There we go. There we go. Dogcien says hello to Filippo. But Filippo's not here, he's at school. So yeah, 2 people from the chat are going to win a copy of this game. And then also, of course, 1 person from the comment picker is going to win a copy of this game. So there's going to be 3 copies of this game. If I do this quite quickly, the game's on offer. I don't have to pay so much money for it. But let me share my screen and then we will start. So screen share. Yes, my entire screen. Right. There we go. And now I'll jump over to here. Right, I'm going to sort out the entries. So I can't see your chat at the moment while I'm doing this. So this is the competition. Right, I did ask a bonus question that was worth 250 points. And that question was this. Who was playing at Manchester University when I met the guy who worked on Forza Horizon 3? It was the Orb, and I wanted to see the Orb for a long time. I saw them at Phoenix Festival, but I got slightly distracted by somebody just outside the tent just before they started playing, and I chatted to that person until just after they finished their set, so I missed them. That was way back in 1994, so a couple of years ago, I did get the chance finally to go and see the Orb at Manchester Uni. Now, 1 person got that right, which was Will, and he got it right because I told him the answer on Patreon, because he is my only patron, thank you, and I mentioned that concert on Patreon, so the answer was very obvious to him. But these guys here, someone said A, someone said friend, someone said G, someone said I don't know. I don't know why you've put that. Robin is the friend that lives up in Manchester that I was going to see, and someone said Steve. Right, so it was the Orb. So I'm not going to go and copy and paste 250 times because that will take me ages, and I've already done it. So I've got open here Will's name, and also I've put in the Orb so that we know if this is the reason that he could win. And I've got this 250 times. And just to double check, if I do this, I can jump to a line number. So if I jump to line 249, it should be the last but 1, which it is. So that's 250 times in there. So if you'd have known the answer to that question, it really increases your chances to win. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it into this one, the comment picker. So there's the comment picker. And add extra entries, and I'm going to pop it in there. Right, so we can see here, look, it says 250. So that's that sorted. I will now pop back over to you guys to see if there's any chat that I need to pay attention to. Right, okay. Right, let's continue. Right, we'll go back to what we normally do now. So next job, back over here, and I'll get from the video, it's this video here. So I'll grab the link to the video and I will pop that into the comment picker as well before I forget, because I did it in the wrong order. So that's the video link. And now we will go back over to the spreadsheet and get the rest of the answers. Right, there are some bonus questions coming up. And if you get these bonus questions right, there's 2, you will win a copy of this game. So you've got to be in the chat to get this. Right, so those ones are now all done. So we can delete those rows. Next up, we have 25 points for people that just did things that were to do with Spotify. So there's no questions to be answered on this bit. So it goes down to this one here. Actually, I'll do the answers first because then I can paste them in one go. Right, FreeSponder is not correct, even though that is a business that I set up. SimpleSolutions.club is not correct, even though that is also a business that I set up. So if you said either of those 2, you are wrong. So delete your entries. Twit.fyi is the business that I was talking about. So all of those people got that right. Right, next questions we have. Andrew gave something away. It was a Bentley GT Continental. Andrew's pretty generous, very rich. So no, it wasn't a Gratitude Rock, which is just a stone. It wasn't a Maserati Gran Turismo S, which is the car that I want. So we are going to delete all of those. So yeah, they're wrong. What was the poem about? Wasn't having no regrets. It was about smiling at strangers. So we'll delete these. And telling white lies or the Tao of physics. Right, let's get all of that. Where's delete? Delete rows. Right, first thing I gave away. Right, your first bonus question is coming up in a minute. So it was an iPod Touch. Let me just copy this and pop myself over here. Here to you guys. Come on, why isn't it working? I lost you. I hope not. Yes, screen sharing is great. Right, there you are. There you are. Let me just turn my screen off for a second because it's a bit of a mess, isn't it? So we'll get rid of that. Right, we have a bonus question. I gave you 4 multiple choice questions as to what the first thing I gave away was. It was an iPod Touch. That was the correct answer. So that wins you an opportunity to be picked for this live draw. But one of the things that was in there was this, which is the Chachapoyan fertility symbol. So here's your bonus question. Writing it down. Right. The first person who answers this question in the chat wins a copy of this game. Some of you just might know the answer. Other people might be using Google. So that's the question. Right. That's the first bonus question. You can tell me what that film is from, and you're the first person on this chat that tells me you have just won a copy of this game. And there's another one of these coming up soon. And if you're a little bit ahead of me, you'll know what the next question is as well. You might want to go to Google if you don't know the answer. Raider Indiana Jones. Right, I will. There we go. Right, so close for Baron Grod. It is Raiders of the Lost Ark, but we're going to go with Indiana Jones because all of these are blatantly the right one. So, Soltari Henjo, you've just won a copy of Little Big Workshop. So, well done. Right, I shall get your details later if I haven't already got them. You might already have guessed what the next question is going to be. So you could be a little bit ahead of me, and you probably want to be going to Google if you don't already know the answer. So congratulations. Let's get back over to the spreadsheet. So I'll share my screen again, and I'll go back over to the spreadsheet. If you answer early, you're not going to win the next bonus question. So you've got to wait until I've asked it. Right, so that was from Raiders of the Lost Ark. And we'll delete that because it's an incorrect answer. Right, so where was my office? Was it in Birmingham, my parents' garage, just off the M25, or was it in the Linton Travel Tavern? Right, so why doesn't it jump to Chrome from there? Get to Chrome. There we go, there we go. Right. Next question coming up. You should know this one. I would know this one off the top of my head. So this is to win a copy of this game for one more person in the chat. Who lives in the Linton Travel Tavern? Well, you should know this if you watch the programme. If you don't watch the programme, only Google can help you. But someone lives at the Linton Travel Tavern. If you can't get it, I might have to give you a clue. Oh, Baron Grod was first. Everyone answered all at once. Daz, it's not Batman. Right, it is. I would have given you Steve Coogan because obviously that is Alan Partridge. But Baron Grod, you have just won a copy of this game. Right, well done. So well done to the two people who have just won a bonus copy of the game for those giveaway questions. I might be doing this in the future. So yeah, we don't have the BBC. It doesn't matter. You've still got Google. You had loads of time. You could have Googled it. Right, there we go. Dale did Google it. Did you say Steve Coogan? Yeah, you did. Right, so Steve Coogan plays Alan Partridge, and Alan Partridge does live at the Linton Travel Tavern. I used to drive past the Linton Travel Tavern almost every day, or at least the set for it, because I used to live in Norwich, and I used to go over to Yarmouth and stuff and drive down the Swaffham Highway. So there we go, Baron Grod. I'm quite glad that you won. So that's Baron Grod and whoever the last person was, but I'll sort that out later. I can't remember. Oh, it was you, Soltari Kensho. Right, now we're going to do the actual proper giveaway. So 2 down to go. So back over to my screen to get the rest of the answers. And we'll get back over into here. So these ones are not correct. So they all get deleted. Delete those rows. Right, and I'll just get the rest of the, that is it, I think. Right, that's it for deleting the wrong answers. Brilliant. So I'll go up and copy all the 25s, which starts off at the top here. I'll go to the bottom first. It'll be easy. Where are they? Right, so that finishes here on Joshua. So we're going to go, oh, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It keeps on going, it keeps on going. We're going down to this one here. So Med D from Tunisia all the way up to the top. Oops, that's not right. That's what I want. Why isn't this working? Right, okay. Is that right? That's not the way I do it, is it? Let's just get rid of that. Why isn't this doing what it normally does? Maybe it is right. Right, ignore me. Go away. Right, let's start again. I can't scroll off the top. I have to sort of like, go away. Just bloody work properly. Right, I'll do it like this. Right, so all the way to the top. These people. Copy. And we've got to pop on over to the comment picker and we've got to paste in those people 25 times. 1. I should have done it in the other thing, shouldn't I? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, if I'd have copied all, I'll copy all of that and then just do it. No, I won't. No, I won't. So otherwise I won't have it in my clipboard. 11, 12, 15, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Next one. Right, this is going to be 5 each, and it takes us quite far. I think it takes us all the way to the bottom. Oh no, there's a couple of 10 eaches here. Oh look, this person's got extras. I want the name. I want the place as well. Don't do that. Right, so from here, this is for referring people. So Mike M from the States actually referred 2 people. So got an extra bonus there. So, right, so 10 times. Oh, whoops. Phew, just took that last one off. I didn't copy it. Right, copy. What a mess. Hey, it didn't do it again. Why didn't it do it? Copy this. Copy. Right, do it right this time. It's still the wrong ones. Why is it still the wrong people? Why isn't it copying these people? Let's have a look in here. Let's get rid of them. Now it's copying these people. Okay. Right, I'll do it in here. So it's got to be done, how many times did I say? 10 times. So copy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know why it did that, but the copy and paste wasn't working for going across, was it? It was still on the old one. That's still the old one. Oh no, it's right. It's just me going absolutely mental. You might have got a couple of extra entries there. I don't think so. I think we're all good. I think the undo would have worked. Let me just get back to you guys and see what's going on in the chat after all that messing about. I think I'll have a cup of tea. Right, the wrong answer for the first thing you gave away. Oh yeah, I see what you mean there. I won something. You did win something. Right, you skipped one. Hang on, what did I skip? What did I skip? When will I announce the winner for the Xbox Series X? When it ends, immediately after it ends, but it's all the pre-orders will have gone. So it's going to be before it's released, but it does mean I've probably missed the opportunity to pre-order it for someone. They'll still get it, they just might not get it on release day. But it ends on the 5th of November, I think. And as soon as it ends, I'll do it straight afterwards. Anyway. Let's get that back off. And also, bear with me 1 second. Let's just get rid of some of these things off the screen that really don't need to be there anymore. There we go. Right, you didn't eliminate the wrong answer for the first thing you gave away, but a little late now. Did not. That's what I was waiting for you to tell me. You're right, I didn't. Oh, I've got to sort that out, haven't I? Right, okay, it doesn't matter because what will happen... Right, let me just bring this up here because I've got to tell you. Right, Willie's right. I didn't delete the wrong answer, the first thing I gave away. But when I pick the person, it says the person's name, where they come from, and also the way they won. So what it was that made them win. So what I'll do, if it picks a person that gave the wrong answer to one of those questions, then I'll pick another person. So if it picks your name, but you gave the wrong answer, then unfortunately you're obviously not going to win for getting an answer wrong. Then I'll just pick someone else. So rather than going in there and trying to sort it out, which would be a mess, I'll just deal with it if it picks that person as the winner. So we'll see who it picks as the winner. We'll double check they got the answer right. If they got the answer wrong, we'll press the button again. So when we press the button, it could be not the correct person. Okay, right, done. Right, what's, see, that's fair. I'm assuming that that's what he was talking about, okay? Yeah, don't worry. If so you wrote Xbox Series X for the giveaway. So if it picks your name, and that's the reason it's picked your name, then we're going to have to press the button again. But if it picks your name and it's for following me on YouTube or something else, then you will have won. So we'll obviously know. So don't worry about it. But yeah, well spotted, Will. What would I do without you, eh? Right, but I am making right balls up of this. Let's get to the next one. Right, so we have done the 10 entries. So now we're on the 5 entries, which goes almost to the bottom. And the very last one, which is just 1 entry, you get for the comment. Oh no, you get for subscribing. So I've got to do the 1 entry as well this time. I don't normally have to do that. So we're going from here, and we're going up to the top of the 5s. Yeah, well spotted, Will. You think I'd have got the hang of this by now, don't you? Oh, and also, for Dogs the End, really, I've just done my my F1 race for the Netherlands, and I know I'm so far behind on it, but I did my practice and my qualifier. They're uploading at the moment. They should be ready very, very soon. Right, so this is 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The reason I didn't think it'd work before is because Mehdi from Tunisia is always the bottom person. I thought it got the same thing, but it hadn't. So yeah, it wasn't a problem. And then we just got to get 1 for everybody for the very last one, which is from this dude all the way down to the bottom, to there. Just one. Right. If I scroll up through this, oh no, it won't work. It won't give me the answer. Right, so job done. A shitload of people in there. Right, but obviously most of it is repeat people. Where's the button? Oh, there it is. There it is. Right, here we go. Let's zoom in on the button. Right, I will very quickly check the chat. Right, Dale, you requested membership of the Facebook group. Yeah, I noticed quite a few people did. And every time I go in there to accept them, it says like 15 odd people have requested to be members of the Facebook group. And I go in to accept them and it's empty. Normally there's a big list of people and I say accept all. I don't know why, something must be wrong with it. I'm going to try it on different browsers and things. But yeah, you still get the entry for it, still counts. But I know that's happening and it's been like that for about a week. So there's a backlog of people who are waiting to join the group. You want to re-enter what? Sorry, once you've entered, and that's it. The form doesn't allow me to do that sort of stuff, so it's a little bit difficult. Yeah, it's a little bit late. The competition's actually closed. It closed 12 o'clock, so you're a bit late. Right, I'm going to press the button, but bear in mind that when it gives us the answer, that person might not have won. We need to go and check to make sure that if it is answering the question, what was the first thing I gave away, we got to make sure they got it right because there are a couple of wrong entries in there, but we'll sort that out. So we are all good on the chat. I will now pop on over and we will draw our winner. And there it goes. I'm in there. If it's me, we'll do it again. It is William. Absolutely awesome. Right, picked from extra entries. So right, it says picked from extra entries, but it doesn't say what the extra entry was. That's a bit of a shame. But I know that Will got all the answers right anyway. So, Will, it was you, which was good because you chose the game. So the winner was Will. That's what you get for being my Patreon, a patron on my Patreon. It gives you lots of bonus entries. I don't know if that's the reason that Will won, but it certainly swung it in his favour because he was the only person that answered the question about the orb, and that was worth a shitload of entries. Yeah, it did, didn't it? So those extra entries were because you knew I went to see the orb, but that information is available on another video. I'll tell you where it is. It's on my previous live giveaway video for the last draw. We were having a little bit of a chat afterwards and I mentioned it on that video. And when I mentioned it on that video, I thought, that was quite obscure. I'm going to include that as a question. So I don't know whether people went and looked for it or not, but hopefully, well, it swung it towards Will anyway. Want to tell you your dog's name now. Go on then. And my dog's name. Right, my dog's name is Filippo. There you go. Yeah, the dog's name is Filippo. Right, so grats to Will. I am glad that you won because it was you that chose that game. And I felt that I've been a little bit lazy, to be honest, because you did mention a few games and I planned on putting them all up. And then a lot of stuff has been going on over the past couple of weeks. I've been extremely busy and my expenses have gone up because I've got to do a lot of traveling. So I haven't done the giveaways that I wanted to do, but at least that one's gone for you. You thought it was my kid because he's always at school. Yeah, exactly. That's what everyone says. Right, we call it dog school, but it doesn't learn anything, but it is absolutely awesome. The first day started there, me and Carol took him to the school and there must be, I don't know, probably about 100 dogs or something. There's a lot of dogs and they're all in different categories and they've got a huge area that they run around in. But also in the school, it's up in the mountains towards the north of the city. And there's forests go up into the mountains and they get like free run of everywhere. So they're running through the forest and the mountains with a lot of people. And they're also, they've got like a big doggy swimming pool where the dogs can just swim in the pool. It's really quite shallow so that they're all safe and everything. It's easy for them to get in and out. But yeah, the dog school is amazing. It's really amazing. So every day, he goes there 5 days a week, like during the week. Will you be disqualified? No. If you've got a couple of answers wrong, they don't count, but that's just the way it goes. Right, one of the things to bear in mind with all of these competitions is you can answer the question whenever you like. You can answer it like a minute before the competition closes, as long as you're in there before the closing. So if you're looking through a future giveaway and you don't know the answer to something, even if it's multiple choice, don't guess. Just leave that one. And then if you find out the answer later, come back and answer it and get it right. Because once you put your answer in, I can't change it. And neither can you guys. So once it's in there, it's locked in. So yeah, in future giveaways, if you don't know an answer to something, just leave it. And then before the closing, before that competition closes, you might have picked up the answer. I mean, all the answers are on my video somewhere. That welcome one to this channel, that's got loads of answers in it to these questions that are on the giveaways I'm doing at the moment, but also to future giveaways. And I've sat there and I've extracted probably about 50 or 60 questions out of that video. And it's like, the reason I'm doing this, there's a couple of reasons for it. Right, the first one, it gives people who have followed me for a while a little bit of a bonus, like people who either support me on Patreon or people who have followed my channel for a little while. It's like, this is stuff I talk about all the time. So if people follow my gaming channel, they'll probably just know it without having to check. So it gives those people a little bit of a boost. So that's one of the reasons. But the other reason as well is because I want to monetize this channel. When I monetize this channel, I'll have an income from YouTube and that will go towards buying stuff. So obviously it's quite important. But to monetize a channel, you've got to have like, hello Formula First. You've got to have, it's like 4,000 watch hours over a year. That's 11 hours a day. And when I chuck up a video saying, here's a new giveaway, I'm giving away this game, to enter it, fill in this form, that doesn't get a huge amount of views, but also if people watch it for the entire video, it's only a few minutes long anyway. So that's why there are answers to questions hidden in other videos on the same channel, because it increases the watch time of those videos and it will push me towards that 4,000 hours. But at the moment, I'm nowhere near. It's like the channel's not going to be monetized for a few years at this rate. But as I start giving away more expensive and more exciting stuff, hopefully that will happen, because when that happens, that's going to all go into the kitty that buys more things. Right, you watched me playing Hot Shot Racing. Did you know that I bloody bought that game and then immediately after I'd paid for it, it's on Game Pass for free? Isn't that annoying? Yes, there will be. I don't know what yet, but there'll definitely be more giveaways. I'm going to try and keep them going so that it's probably, one sort of prize every week or so, something like that. So there's always going to be something going on. Yeah, really annoying. It was at Game Pass, right? Yeah, I paid for it and then immediately it's on Game Pass. So I thought, well, that's a bit out of order, really. It was cheap. It was 16 quid, but it's just the principle of it's a bit wrong. So I was going to, great, it's like, oh, well, thank you very much. Right, I was going to get a refund. So I had a little bit of a chat with the people at Microsoft. They were very nice and they were going to do a refund, probably PS5. No. Anyway, I haven't got my refund on that game. Right, now on to the questions. Here we go. This one. Did I get pre-order on the Series X? Right, no, because I'm buying the one that I'm giving away first, because I don't even know what country I'm going to be in when it is released. So the one for me, I'm not sure whether I'm going to buy it in England and have it when I'm there, or whether I'm going to wait and buy it while I'm here. So I'm a bit unsure about what I'm doing with my own. But the one I'm buying for the person that wins, I don't know where they live until the competition is closed. So when the competition closes, which I think is November the 5th, something like that, as soon as I know where that person lives, I can then buy it for their country, because obviously that's a big factor. So unfortunately, they're blatantly going to have sold out for day one release, aren't they? So it is probably going to be a little bit later than getting it on day one, but it does mean that whoever wins it ain't got to pay for it. Right, will there be a PS5 giveaway? Very, very, very probably. I think I will. I think I'll probably give away, if it's a PS5, it will be the digital one. It won't be the one with a stupid disk drive slapped on the side afterwards. Once the design department had all gone in and they went, oh, fuck, we've got to put a disk drive on it. Where should we put it? Just stick it on the side with some gaffer tape. It'll be fine. You know what I mean? That looks ridiculous. So I'll probably give away that with the PS5. And I am considering also the Xbox Series S as well as giveaway. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm going to be doing those. Right. Game Pass is so worth $15 a month. You're absolutely right. It's a fucking bargain. It's brilliant. Right. My mate John has just bought a gaming PC. So he's going to get like a Game Pass for PC. And I've been saying, he goes, oh, I don't know really. He bought Microsoft Flight Simulator at full price. I was like, get Game Pass. It's on Game Pass and all this other stuff as well. It's the biggest bargain we've ever had in games. It's insane, absolutely insane. And I've found loads of games that that I've played that I've really enjoyed, that are games that I wouldn't have even downloaded. But I keep buying games, and then before I get a chance to play them, they're on Game Pass and I've lost my money, which is a little bit frustrating. Well, that's fancy. Yes, it is fancy. Right, so I don't know what's fancy, but it's fancy. Right, what we got next? Let's have a little look. What does this say? Right, I can't do this. If the winner lives in the same country where I can buy stuff from, I can do it and it works. But there are, I've got two Xbox Ones, an Xbox One X and an Xbox One. My Xbox One X is set to United Kingdom, and my Xbox One, my old Xbox, that's set to United States. So what I used to be able to do, and I have done this before, is if I buy someone a code or a gift voucher or anything like that, I can buy it on either one of those Xboxes for that zone. It lets me do that. Now, what's recently happened, I don't know why this has happened, but I have a PayPal account that is for buying stuff in the US and a PayPal account that's buying stuff in the UK, and then one for buying stuff here in Colombia. But what's happened, the last person that won the giveaway then was in the US. And when I tried to buy them the code for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, it wouldn't let me buy it. Now, when I went into my account, it said PayPal account, this PayPal account is for buying stuff in the United States. That's the one I was using, but it wouldn't work. And it kept saying, error, the account needs to be from the same location as the store you're trying to buy from. So they've changed something, but because they've now changed something, I can no longer buy codes for other countries, which is really bloody annoying. It's stupid. It's really annoying. They do say it's to do with licensing regulations and stuff, but if the game is available in that person's region, then I should be able to just pay for it, buy a code in whatever region they live in, and they're redeeming it in that region as well. And if I have to pay a little bit extra, so be it. I should be able to buy it from anywhere. It's like I can buy stuff from anywhere in the world normally. I don't know why buying stuff from Microsoft is such a bloody headache. But yeah, that is unfortunately, now I am locked now into only buying stuff from the UK store. I can change my store on the web browser. So I can go into Microsoft, I can change my store on the web browser, and then when I try and buy something, I tried to do this with that Tony Hawk's Pro Skater giveaway. I tried to buy a gift card for the person who redeemed the gift card and then buy the game that way. It wouldn't let me buy the gift card. It would only let me buy one if I bought it from UK store. I changed my store, it said no. So I don't know what's going on. It's really bloody annoying. But I was thinking that a possible way of solving the problem could be just to set up new PayPal accounts in different countries and then use that PayPal. I've got loads of PayPal accounts in all sorts of countries, but it just isn't working at the moment. It used to, but at the moment it's not working. I have no idea why. It's very annoying. When you try and change your country in PayPal, it doesn't let you. Excuse me. It says you have to create a new account. So you can have as many accounts as you want. It's just if you want to start buying stuff in a certain country, you have to have a PayPal account that was created in that country. So it's a little bit of a headache. So for the people that have won today, Will, you are in Texas, so I cannot buy you the game. I'm just going to have to send you some cash. The other two, I don't know where you live. If you live in the UK, I can buy you the game. I can buy you the code. If you don't live in the UK, I can't buy you the code. I can send you cash. I say cash, it's PayPal. I can send you money on PayPal and then you can use it to buy the game. Right, let's have a look then. Scroll through the chat and see what I have to deal with next. Will the more entry one will win or anyone? I don't know what that means. I don't know what you mean. Which country am I from? Hang on. Right, there we go. I am from the UK, but I am in Colombia. Right. That's Colombia out there. Outside that window is Colombia. Right, I'm in Bogota in Colombia. I live here because my wife is Colombian. This is where she was born. I live here with her because my business is completely through the internet. I live anywhere in the world. So I came here. If you look that way through the window, you can actually see the Andes, which is quite nice. Right, scrolling on. Baron Goddess says something about Game Pass. Oh, yes, I saw this and I'm quite happy about it because I really do not like the way Bethesda have gone at all. I'm very annoyed with Bethesda, and in the past I was a big fan of theirs. Now I got to the point where I don't want to buy any more of their games, but now that Microsoft Studios have bought them out, I am very, very happy about that move because I do think the team make good games. I think they're making decisions, but now that they're moved over to Microsoft, I think that will kind of sort them out. And I'm excited to see what happens in the future based on that, that happening. $5 PC Game Pass for the Flight Sim. Yeah, it's bloody amazing, isn't it? And my mate John went and bought him at full price, and he'd never had Game Pass at all. He's always been PlayStation 5, so they've got that deal on, haven't they, where the first few months are only like $1 or something. He could have done that, but yeah, it was good. I don't know what his PC is. He spent about £1,200 on it, and it's got lots of coloured lights. I don't know the spec, but it kind of went for something a little bit mid-range that looked like it would last without it being crazy expensive. So yeah, I think he spent £1,200. So that's really good for 12 quid. So it's certainly, it's not shabby, but I don't know what spec. I think yours is probably a lot better than his. I don't know whether he's got, what he's got his settings set to on Flight Sim, but I think yours will be better than what he's got. But it's certainly adequate. And he will be getting a PS5, I imagine, because he's had every PlayStation so far. So I don't see why he wouldn't. There you go. You're from India. Right. If you're from India, I cannot buy the game for you because you're not in the UK. But I'll just have to send you some money. So I will have to send you some cash by PayPal. And then you can use that cash to buy anything you want, right? I mean, buy the game if you like. If you want the game, buy it. That would be nice because that's what you've actually won. But I've got no control over that. You can spend it on anything you want. So I'll send it to you by PayPal. But I've obviously got your email address because your email will be in the Glean form. So I can go and I can actually, after this video, I'll email you and then send me, just to confirm that you've got a PayPal account I can send money to. And then I'll send you money in PayPal. I'll send it in US dollars for whatever the price of the game is in US dollars. And that will convert into your currency when it arrives on your doorstep. And then you can buy whatever you like with it. Sweets, if you want. Loads of sweets. That's what I would buy. Right. Looks awesome on Max Details. Yeah, I imagine there's the chat's jumping around a little bit. It's quite hard to see which ones I have to deal with next. Right. I've got to say, have you seen the video? I don't know the guy's name. He's got a really, really, really popular YouTube channel, but he was playing locked in at 60 frames a second. He dropped to 58 frames a second at one point on an 8K TV. It's enormous. What was he playing? I can't remember what he was playing. I think it was Crysis or something like that. But he was getting right close to the telly like this, and you couldn't see pixels. You just couldn't see pixels. It was amazing. And he said it's actually too good quality, because the character was like a really high resolution, the actual character itself, but the background was a lower resolution, and the contrast between the two was apparent because the resolution of the processing was so high. We had one of those new Radeon cards. It looked amazing. Right, so Formula First. Yeah, it's going to be on Xbox One as well, so I'm just going to wait for that. So I'm not such a big fan of planes, but when I was a kid, I had quite a few remote control aeroplanes. My dad was quite into them. I wanted remote control cars, but because my dad was into the planes, he used to buy me the planes all the time. I used to build them out of balsa wood with my dad. And we used to go flying the planes. But to me, the takeoff and the landing was exciting because, you're bumping along the ground. But once it's up in the sky, it's a bit boring, really. There's you can do whatever you want and nothing happens because there's no obstacles. But because I was quite young and building these planes takes a long time or buying them's expensive, my dad wouldn't let me land it. So every time he'd come in to do the landing bit, he'd take over. And I was like, this is shit. It's like, that's the only bit I want to do. And that's the bit he doesn't let me do. So I wasn't that into planes. But I'm quite keen on having a crack on the flight simulator, but I would very much like my own cockpit. I've got flip buttons and stuff that are above my head. That'd be awesome. I don't know if this is possible, but I want to know if you can land on a motorway. I like the idea of landing a plane on the M6, but I don't even know if they let you. Right. What else we got in here that needs to be brought up onto the screen? Oh, God, it jumps. Oh, that was it. It was Doom. Doom on Nightmare. Right, what's that say? Ah, you're right. I forgot to mention that. They are, aren't they? Now, I cancelled my subscription to EA Access or whatever it's called now. EA Play, they've called it now, haven't they? So my subscription expires in December. And I was thinking, if they had some good games, I might resubscribe again. I do still play a couple of games that are in there, but not many. But now they're adding that anyway. So I've got Game Pass Ultimate. So that's just going to be bundled in with it. It's insane. The value is so good. It's like what they're doing is just crazy. I cannot see why people would go for PlayStation when, apart from some of the exclusives, which are only available on PlayStation, but I think that Game Pass Ultimate has just won this console war of this generation, hands down. It's so good. It is so good. PlayStation have got to do something with PlayStation Network, which is on par with what's going on with Game Pass Ultimate. It's astonishingly good. It is. Right. What's 30K? Well, how much are 8K screens? Right. Bloody expensive. I don't know whether he actually owned it or whether they just sent him one for him to try it out. But it weren't just an 8K screen. It was fucking enormous. I mean, it was massive. It was like, I don't know how big it was, but I've got a 65-inch TV, which is big. But if you tipped it on its side and put three of them next to each other, I don't think it was as big as this 8K screen. So yeah, it kind of needed to be 8K because it was so bloody massive. But you could not make out pixels. It was brilliant. But yeah, very, very expensive. Very expensive. Yes, it is a picture of James May. There he is. Lovely James. I got told by a few people that I sound like James May. I said, no, I don't. If you definitely don't come from the UK if you think I sound like James May. Right. 85-inch is what you think it is. I don't know. I thought it was bigger. It just looked enormous. Maybe that guy's really small. I don't know. He looks quite small, but perhaps he's very tiny. I think he's Irish. Perhaps he's a leprechaun and he was just hopping around in front of the TV, and it's really just a very small one. But I've managed to get myself down to the end of the comments. Well done me. Right, so I've got the three people that won. I'm glad Baron Grod won. I was pretty pleased about that because that's one of our regulars. Most of our regulars ain't all that interested in entering the competitions. I'm also glad that Will won. Although now I've been yakking on for a while, so the game's a little bit more expensive. Right, I think the full price of the game's about $18 US. It is cheap at the moment, but that means people would have to buy it quickly. So I'll double check to make sure. In fact, I can just do that now, can't I? I'm just in a different screen for a moment that you can't see. Oh no, I'll wait. It's okay. I think it's about $18 US, so I'll probably be sending that. Yeah, I've got a question here. Right. No, definitely not. Right. I can't do that. I cannot. The Xbox Series X console, I can just go to whatever Amazon store is, servicing India. I can log into that store. I can buy something. I can put your delivery address in. And then, it's ordered and it's sent to your house and I pay for it. I can do that. That's absolutely possible for buying stuff on places like Amazon. So that's not a problem. For buying games, unfortunately, I can't, which is completely stupid. I've got to laugh at this. Right. Welcome to the new regulars. Right. Dogsy is an old regular. He's been with us for fucking years. Right. So, and Daz and Formula First. And a couple of others that will be in the chat as well. But yeah, it's $16 in the US for the next 15 hours. Right, do you want just $16 then? I'll send you 18. I'll say you can use the change to buy something nice. you could treat your wife to a $2 necklace. That'll keep her happy while you play the game. So yeah, you should have said I'll take the $18. Right, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Right, I'm guessing that what you're talking about is the buying console. So yeah, whoever wins the console, whatever country they live in, whatever Amazon shop serves their country, or whatever shop that I can buy the console from that serves their country and delivers to their house, I'll just buy it from there. I'll put in your delivery address. I know I can do that on Amazon because I've done it before. I've bought stuff on Amazon. I've had it delivered to addresses in other countries for people, and it just sends the product to their house and I'll pay for it. It's just as simple as that. It's quite nice. Yeah, maybe in the future a PC too. And also like a steering wheel, that kind of stuff. I will be adding much more exciting stuff as time goes on. But at the beginning here, whilst there's nothing actually that's providing income towards buying the stuff apart from my pocket, and I do have a lot of expenses at the moment, so I've got to go to England, I've got to sort out visa. I could be in a real mess as well. I've got a problem with the visa I've been using for the past 3 years. And that problem could mean that I get a very big fine that's in the region of several $1,000s, which is going to be annoying. But if they want to be really, really arsy about it, it could mean I get banned from this country for 3 times the amount of time I've been here with my dodgy visa, which would be 9 years, which would be a problem. But yeah, my visa. Right, what's going on? I have a visa to be in Colombia that is a 3-year visa. And it expires on the 11th of October at midnight. On the 11th of October at 11 p.m., I have a flight to England. I don't yet have another visa because I've tried to renew my visa in Colombia, and the requirements to renew it, there are a couple of things that I need that I don't have that I should have. And I don't have them, so I didn't know I was supposed to get them because the person who gave me the visa previously was supposed to also give me a piece of paper that says register your visa and do these couple of things. He didn't give me that piece of paper. I didn't do the things I was supposed to do. So I cannot get my visa renewed in the country. So I'm going to England on the 11th of October, all being well, COVID and lockdown and all that stuff. Whilst I'm there, I'm going to apply for a new visa, which is going to last another 3 years. And then once I've got my visa, I can then book my flight back. So I'm going to be in England for at least 6 weeks, I think, because booking my flight back, if it's within the following month, it's about £2,000. But if it's like 6 weeks down the line, it's about £200. So I'm not paying 10 times as much for a flight. I'll just spend, 6 weeks with my family. This means that I'm probably going to be in England when the Xbox Series X releases. So I'll probably buy one while I'm there. So that's what's going on anyway. So that's the idea behind the visa. The visa is I continue to live here. That's the problem. So the trip is October the 11th. I'll land in England on October the 12th. What I was also thinking, I'm going to be in England when the competition finishes for the Xbox Series X. Now there's a possibility that I could buy the console from a shop in England, and if the person that wins it, yes, hang on. Yes, right. If the person that wins the console is in England, I could deliver it to them in person. I could knock on their doors. Here you go. Like that. I could do that, but we don't know. We'll have to see. It arrived in the Netherlands where I live. Do you live in the Netherlands? I didn't know that. I've got a couple of friends in the Netherlands. Right, I've done the Netherlands race. I told you, didn't I? Yeah, I tell you, it was a fucking disaster. Right, I did the race. It was raining, and I deactivated the button that is for my MFD. So I couldn't go into my MFD because I'd changed that button to my overtake button. A little bit stupid. But then I did the race, and I had it set to change my next tyres to intermediates, and I couldn't change that, and it stopped raining, and I kept going in the pits to change my tyres, and they kept putting fucking intermediate tyres on. I was looking as I was going into the pits, like, they're green, them tyres are bloody green. So I pitted 4 times, and they put intermediates on all 4 times. So because of this, I restarted. The video is like 2 hours long because I was quite far through. I was doing really well in the race, but when they kept putting bloody intermediates on, it stopped raining. I thought, sod this, I'm just going to have to restart. So I restarted the race. I I allocated a button to my MFD so I could say change over my tyres, and I changed my race strategy. I put it on a 2-pit stop, but when the race actually started, I managed to get up to about lap 19-ish on my intermediates, and then it stopped raining. So I did an extra lap for it to dry off a bit. Then I switched it over to hards and then finished the race that way. But my previous race that was cocked up by my tyres was actually going to be much, much better. But yeah, it was. Right. If I win, right, I actually got, I can stay for the night. Right, free hotel. That's good. Right, I get a free holiday and I get to stay at someone's house. So yeah, I hope you win. So I get a free mini holiday. Actually, it depends where do you live, because some places are really shit. If you live somewhere very nice, right. What are you condolences to Daz for? What did Daz say that deserve condolences? Here he is. Know about a little bit worried about it actually, because if there is a second spike of COVID in England, they could close airports. Now, the other problem is if there is a second spike in England and it's bad, Colombia could close their airports and not allow anyone in from England. So that's quite likely. So my return trip could be a problem. That's an issue. Now, at the moment, there are only 4 countries in the world that are permitting flights from Colombia into their country. Now, I'm guessing that's the people that are currently in a worse situation than Colombia is. But Colombia is going quite bad. The situation is quite bad here. But England is one of the countries that permits us to fly there, so I can fly into England. But I've still got, how long? 3 weeks or so? What's the date? It's about the 23rd or something? 24th. Right, so I've got about 3 weeks before I travel. And in 3 weeks, the situation could have changed considerably in England and in Colombia, and it could complicate matters either way. But my visa does expire on the day where I'm supposed to leave the country. So if England closes its doors and I can't enter that country, I'm going to be in this one illegally, and that would be a problem. So yeah, that is definitely a little bit of an issue. Consider me as a regular now onwards, and I'm following you on Twitter. Well, thank you very much. Right, let's see what else I've missed. Dale's in Canada. Doxiem, whereabouts are you in? Who said they were in the Netherlands? You didn't you, Doxiem? I thought you was in the UK. But whereabouts? I've got a mate who lives in the Netherlands. My mate Paul doesn't play on games or anything. It's a business colleague once. Right. People are saying India's bad, but you've got to bear in mind that there's billions of people live in India. I mean, the numbers are high, but there's just shitloads of people there. So it's not as bad as you might think, is it? Right. Oh, here we go. Right. We're looking for another full lockdown at the end of October. Not sure if it'll actually be the extent of the first one. Folks will have to go to work. So the end of October, that's quite promising because I arrived there on the 12th of October. Now, it's a bit of a shitter that I've got to arrive in London and with commuting through London to get up to where my mum is, because that's who I'm going to visit. She's up near Coventry. So, yeah, that could be a little bit of an issue. I don't want to live in an airport. So, I'll have to see what happens. But yeah, my traveling could be disrupted. I am going to take my capture card with me. As I've said previously a couple of times, I have actually bought an Xbox One, one of the old 500 gig ones. That's actually at my mum's house now. So I've got that there, and I've also bought an Elite controller as well. So they will be there. So when I arrive in England, I will have the ability to continue playing games. I won't have a steering wheel, but I will be able to continue making videos and stuff like that. So the last time that I went there and I left quite a big gap in my videos, that had a little bit of a knock-on effect on my YouTube algorithms. It means that YouTube say, this person's not very active, and they don't recommend my videos in the more information section. So for that reason, I am going to try and consistently keep videos going up whilst I'm there in England. Otherwise, my videos just don't get recommended, and it really gives you a big hit on your channel when that happens. So yeah, I'm going to do that. COVID is mutated 52 times so far. That's not good. Right, India's schools closed in January. Same situation here, really. The schools have been closed for almost a year. Now, I've got a niece and nephew who are quite small. They're not at school at the moment, and their parents are having a fucking nightmare. They're trying to work at home. The kids are very young, and it's very hard to keep their attention on homeschooling. It is making problem. When does your live stream start? Streaming live. I don't know if this question was aimed at me or what we're talking about here. But if I'm drawing a live draw for something, then what I'm going to try to do is 1 hour after whatever competition ends, gives me a time to sort things out and get things ready, will be the live stream. But on a couple of the competitions, like the Xbox one, it finishes, I think, at midnight. And it's kind of a little bit awkward time, but I'll definitely announce on my channel, like towards, 54 minutes ago, I'll definitely announce on my channel when any live stream starts for any giveaway that I'm doing. And normally on the thumbnail of the actual giveaway video, I'll say up in the corner when the live stream is. But yeah, normally it's going to be 1 hour later after the closing of whatever that is. I don't do live streams on my actual gaming because every time I've tried to do it, it's worked. I don't know why. I think the problem with the actual capture card I've got, the fact that I'm using a Mac, and the fact that my Mac has only got one bloody USB port, and my little USB adapter thing, my hub that I stick all my other cables in, to work. Every now and again, it just completely switches off whatever you've got plugged into it, which is rubbish. But I have bought a new one, which I've actually purchased and have delivered to England, so I'll pick that up while I'm there. So I've got quite a few things. It's not in India, I should imagine it is not time. What time is it in India now? It's got to be pretty late, hasn't it? Like 8 p.m. or something, later than that, I'd imagine. What time is it in England? It's got to be 7 o'clock in England, 8 o'clock in England. Bloody hell. So in India, it's got to be 11, 12, midnight, 1 in the morning, something like that. I base my videos on Greenwich Mean Time, so the time in London. So, and the reason I do it at about 6 or 7 p.m. on is to people that are in England or around Europe-ish the opportunity to get home from work so they join me on the live videos. And the reason I do that is because most of my original followers come from that neck of the woods. So those people are from around that sort of area. And also, I am 6 hours behind England here in Colombia. So for me, if I live draw at 7 p.m. GMT, and that's 1 o'clock in the afternoon for me, which is great for me because Filippo's at school, not in with anything that's going on, and it just works right. Yeah, right. I was thinking that. I was watching it with one eye, thinking, yeah, you are. Right. We are done. Right, I'm going to have to dig those people out of the chat. Right, so Baron Grodd and whoever else was that won the thing, I remember who it was. It's because it was an unusual name. It's in there somewhere anyway. And so will. I will dig your names out. I will get your what you call it. I will email you first to double check that the email address I've got for you is one you can send cash to. If it isn't, then send me an address which is appropriate. And I will then send $18 is what it's going to be. I know the game is only $16, but if you don't buy it straight away, it's going to cost you a little bit more. So it'll be $18 that will be converted into your currency wherever you by the time it reaches you. What did Daz just say? Because that's quite a long comment. While that post I mentioned on Rivals was posted in the club feed referring to one guy. Oh, yeah, I did see. I saw you mentioned this on a comment. So I didn't go to the club. I just looked at the little short to it, which is why it didn't really tell me anything. So I'm going to have a look in the club and see what you said. But I reckon I'm going to do that again. I really, really enjoyed it. It's a really easy race as well. It's not that difficult. The very first bit is where you might have some problems. It's a nice race. I really like it. I want to try that. What was the car I was in? The American one, the big long speedo that looks like an old radio. Whatever car that was, anyway. It was an AMC, weren't it? It was the AMC Rebel. So I'm going to try that again. I can get better time. So I will try it again. But I'm going to shut this video down and the upload. I've got 2 leave will be uploaded. I've got to do the thumbnails for them and then publish them as live. That's it. Soltari. That's it. Soltari, Barangrod, and Will. Good night, Sparsh. Something. I can't read that. Shivastava. Have nice dreams. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Right. This is a good idea. I will try this. Oh, right. There we go. I'll try that. GMT plus 5 hours. So yeah, it's so India. I mean, I'm GMT minus about 6 hours. So India's obviously, equidistant. England's in the middle. Colombia, me and Will are here. England's here, and India's over there. That's it. Oh man, that's really cold. That was not a good idea. Right, I'm going to try the Alpha because that's a beautiful car. But it really bloody annoys me how I choose a car and then I go to change it to a B class to do the race and I can't change it. I wish they would tell you. I know I mention it in every video, but it really does annoy me. Right, Barangrod is still here. Brilliant. Right, Barangrod. Bloody hell, it jumped again. Right, so while you're still here, I've got your email that you've entered on the form for your entering competitions with the what do you call it? Is that email suitable for me to send you money by PayPal? This is going to be cold, but it's really sweet. So I'm going to, anyway, there's only a bit left. Oh, really? That's interesting. I like that Rebel. It's nice. But if you are faster in the Alpha than on the Rebel, you're really fast as well. You're a lot faster than I was. I mean, Daz is in the Bugatti, which I kind of like. I liked it when I was in the Morgan and Daz was in the Bugatti. We were quite close to each other, so I could see his car and I could see my car. That was really nice. I really liked that. So yeah, I do like the Alpha anyway. So it's 30 seconds faster. Bloody hell. Right. I'll have a crack in the Alpha then. I might have a crack on that in a bit when I shut this one down. I'm going to shut this one down. I will email those people that did. Oh, you're still here. You're still here. Are you still here or did you go? Right, I'm going to email you in a sec. But I have your email address. I'll email that. So the email will be from katumigiveaways@gmail.com. Look out for it. Email you just to confirm you've won and to say... I'm going to say $18. That's what it's going to be. All three of you will get $18, which is going to cover the price of the game if you buy it now or if you miss the discount. I just want to double check that your PayPal address is one I can send money to. So we are done. So congratulations to the 3 winners. I probably will do a similar format to that in future. So you might want to prepare yourself. We're a bit of proving. So we'll see how it goes. And also benefits those people that join me on the live chats because there were only, 12 people maximum here at the point where you had the opportunity to win that. And anyone could have gone only Google away if you didn't already know the answer. So it's certainly worthwhile being here on the live chats. Anyway, congratulations to the winners. I will go email you straight away. Then I'll go and upload those videos from yesterday and publish them. So my Netherlands race will be ready to watch. Then I'll go over and do Goliath in the Alpha. But I'll see you guys soon. Thank you very much for joining me on the live chat and congratulations to the winners. Bye-bye. Oh, hang on. Someone's mentioned PayPal. Oh, Barangrod, you've not got PayPal. Right, where do you live? Do you live in the UK? Please live in the UK. Where do you live? You should get PayPal. It's very useful. So it's very easy to get it, and it's really quite useful. So you should get it. Right. So I'm waiting for you to answer. Is my chat stalled? Oh, there you go. There's a million things all jump up at once. Right. You're in Tamworth. My God. I was a manager at the McDonald's in Tamworth for a long time. I used to work there. I used to go to the Snowdome all the time. I can buy the game for you, then I can just buy you the code. So I'll just add you on my friends list, then I can buy the code for you. I worked at Tamworth for years. I got ran over in Tamworth off my bike. I was cycling with my hands in my pockets, listening to my headphones, and a car beside of me. I couldn't get my hands out of my pockets, so I just hit the floor on my face. No, I can actually buy the actual game for you. So because you live in the UK, I can actually buy the little work for you as a code, and you just go on your Xbox and you'll have a message and you put the thing in and it works. That's fine. So all I do is buy for you on the friend list and it'll work. So we've got a problem there whatsoever. But yeah, you just brought back some memories. I'm a snowboarder, so I used to spend a lot of time at Tamworth Snowdome. And my mate used to DJ at Tamworth Snowdome. He had a residence for a really long time. But yeah, I worked at the town. Is it on George Street or something? I was a manager there for a lot of years, a long time ago. But yeah, it was, I quite enjoyed it. I used to go clubbing in Tamworth quite regularly. So that you are in Tamworth can do that. I will go and buy the game for you first because that's easy. And then I'll send Will and the other dude, keep forgetting his name. To apologise. I'll see the cash. Right, so that's brilliant. So the only person that hasn't got PayPal, I can just send you the game anyway. So Baron Brod, I'll go and buy you. Yeah, I think I can buy it now. It has officially released, hasn't it? So I can buy it now. Right, see you all soon, guys. Take care. And I'll see you later. You broke your knee in March. If I should buy, right. Well, at least you've now won something then to make up for your knee while you're home playing your games. See you later. Bye bye.